Hello, my viewer. This is Health Now Show, your health friend, with me, Jane Kariuki. I'm so delighted this day to welcome you to this show. And this show, as we always say, is a show that is concerned about your health, your physical health, your mental health, and all in between. And we are so happy to have you with us. I welcome you. If this is your first time to be here with us, I really welcome you from all over the world, from all over Kenya. Feel at a place that you're going to learn a lot. Because what we say on this show, it's about sensitizing you. It's about creating awareness. It's about sharing information on various issues and conditions of your health. And at the end of the session, we come out and say, I've learned something about me, about my family, about my workplace, and about how I can be a better person, how I can be healthier, and how I can be able to relate well with the people that I am with. I want to start with a question and ask ourselves, my viewer, have you ever been lied to? Have you ever been lied to by somebody? What was that the person said? And what happened after that, after the person lied to you? Our topic today is types of liars. Yes, I said types of liars. They are all over in our communities. They are all over in our places of work, in our families. And that is what we are going to look at today. And to take us through this very important topic about these personalities in our communities, at our homes, is somebody who is not new to us. She has been here before, and you loved her. You gave us feedback. She was talking about parenting the elderly parents at the middle age. And today she is here with us. She will introduce herself further because I'm sure there are many other people who are new with us today. And so that we can now get to know her and then we move on from there. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Jane.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back here.
Yes.
It's a platform that really has built me to be who I am today.
Thank you.
Thank you for even calling me back here.
Yes.
Yeah, I really love that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Asante.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Wangari.
Yes.
I am a psychologist.
Yes.
And I'm a mother. I'm a wife. And I'm a teacher. I'll not lie that.
Yes.
And I'm glad that today we are going to talk about lying. We are going to talk about types of liars, and we can be able to identify who are these people around us and how we can be able to even help them or even be aware that this can happen to us so that we can avoid it. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Once again.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have you again. And the smile.
Yeah.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so my viewer, without taking much time, I would like us to just get into it. And Jennifer, just tell us, who is this? What is lying? And who is this person who is lying to us? And just define. Yes.
Thank you. Jen, you know, as I was looking back as you introduced this,
Yes.
I was listening to myself and I was like, I think we need to talk about where does lying come from?
Uh-huh.
It comes from what have we learned that is morally right?
Okay.
And what are the morals and the values that we have learned at home, others at school, and others at in church, or even the religion setup, the religious setup.
Yeah.
So what is this that we have been told that is the correct thing that should be happening in our lives? So that is where our lie will come from. Because I'll be a liar if I say something that is against my values, my moral teachings, and I know at the back of my mind I might be very conscious that I am lying. I am not telling the truth. So basically a lie is something that is not truth. And it's a statement that I'll bring forth as a person to the another person, so that maybe one, I can defend myself, I can protect myself, maybe from this other person or even from myself. I want to guard my ego. That is why I would say a statement. Because, for example, if I today you ask me, how do I look? And I'll be like, you look 16. I am lying. Yes, because you're not 16.
True.
But because I want to guard your ego. Or maybe, and I would feel like I don't want to hurt her. So I'll tell you that lie. And then I'll be like, I lied, yes. Because I'm aware that I did. And I'll be like, can I forgive myself for that? So sometimes we lie because we want to guard other people's ego and even ourselves. And sometimes we do it consciously. So it is not something that just is that is unconscious in our minds. It is conscious. I have purposed. It's a statement that will come from me, and I have purpose to say it. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's it. So, who are these people?
Well, these people are us. Me and you,
Yes.
and everybody in the society.
Yes.
One, let's look at the human nature. I want to look at a child who is 3 years. Who taught that child to lie? That is why I'm saying it is me and you and the human nature. That child does not have so much. Because even as we try to teach them the values at home, we don't bring the statements. We only tell them, don't do that, don't do that. But look at this child who has taken their mommy's sugar, like I did. I remember that is it's very vivid in me.
Yeah.
I stole my mother's sugar at one time,
Yes.
and I ate it. And I was about 2-3 years, and I poured some on my sweater. So but I made sure that my lips, I didn't have the sugar. So my mom was like, what have you done something wrong? I told her no. See, I lied.
Yes.
Can you see? So nobody taught
she can
that
see
child. The sugar was on my sweater. So, and then she laughed like you're laughing, and she was like, do you know you are lying? And I didn't even know what lies were.
Yes.
So, can you see, lie is there in the human race, and sometimes it's part of us. One time, in fact, as we go across these sessions, you'll find that at one time in life, I lied. Maybe today I'm very conscious. I don't bring lies because I'm an adult. I am a religious person.
Yes.
And I'm a psychologist.
Yes.
So I'm aware of what I'm doing.
Yes.
But at one time, you'll find yourself there. So it is anybody can lie. And it's like everybody has lied. We have all fallen short of God's glory.
Yes.
And we are not perfect.
We are not.
We are not perfect. So
Yes.
because we are not 100% perfect, we can find ourselves there at one time or the other. Yes.
You mentioned about sugar, and I was just smiling because the beatings that I received because of eating sugar. And then I was so wise in my own way.
Yeah.
I would take water, then put on my hands, and then dip it in the sugar in the sugar place, and then I start now licking moja moja, and then later on my sister who follows me would go to my mom and amwambia and tells my mom that Jane has stolen the sugar. So when mom is coming, I've wiped myself, but now she tells me, you have eaten sugar.
Yes.
I say no. So the lying now.
Yes.
As early as that.
As early as that.
Yes.
That reminds me of my son who is 6 years last evening.
Yes.
You know, he told me, if I put my finger in water and I put that same finger in your sugar, he knows that he cannot steal my sugar, but he asks for permission and I allow him to have some bites. So I asked him, where did you get this from? He told me, unaendelea kujijua. Now like I was like, so at another time, he's going to lie to me about something because ameendelea kujijua.
Yes.
So that's a human race.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Wow. And I think it's really making a lot of sense. Yes. Now, let us look at these characteristics of these people. Yes. What are they?
Well, we have talked about a child,
Yes.
but it's not only children who lie. We have adults. And, as you grow older, your lying tactics you sharpen them. So statements that you bring forth, the behavior that you bring forth, the gestures that you do, you find that now they have changed.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to be a very keen person in this person's life who is lying, so that you can notice why they are lying. One, they can bring out a statement, and maybe because you are a bit keen. Remember, we have said that you have to be very conscious and very intentional so that you can know whether this person is lying. So the statement that they bring, if you ask them about the statement again, they can change the wordings, they can change the content that they had brought forth. And you find that they had talked of a day like Tuesday, and they tell you, I went there on Thursday. So you are like, this is not adding up. So one, they bring out statements that are controversial, that are not the same. So you can tell that that's someone that they are lying to you. Because sometimes they can lie and they have sharpened their eye contact. Remember, this person, as they grow older, they are sharpening, they're becoming intentional in lying. So you have to be very, very, very keen. The statement they bring forth. Some of them, when they sit, you find that they are unsettled. That's another characteristic. They are not settled on their seat. They're moving from one side to the other. Sometimes they can even communicate and tell you, I think this seat that I'm sitting on is a bit uncomfortable, but it's because, they know they are lying. And they know lying is a sin. That is what the religion told them.
Yeah.
At home, the parents told them, you can never lie in my house. So can you see the values that are making them now feel uncomfortable? It's not the seat that is not comfortable. It is about the inner them, because they are sure that they are bringing out a statement that is not correct.
True.
And they know that when you lie and you are caught, you're going to pay for some consequences.
Yeah.
So sometimes the anxiety is the one that makes them now feel that they are not comfortable. Mm-hmm. So that person will be very unstill. Others will even find that they are waking up, they are standing. They are not just seated, because now, depending on what statements were said to them when they were growing up. And you find that now they are standing. They have even changed not only the position, they have moved. Others will not even look at you. They are turning their face away from you, and they can even rub their eyes, because I think she can see that I'm lying. Can you see that is what they tell themselves? So I think they will rub them just like a way of wameniona. That is how they are feeling. But you see, now they bring out a gesture that I want to hide this. Mm-hmm. Others will be like, I cannot say this when I'm alone to you. Mm-hmm. I will get someone else to come with me. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then when they are on the way, they are planning with this person. So that when they come, the two of them, as I say this statement to Jane, Jacob is going to nod to what I'm saying, and Jane is going to see like what I am saying is right. It's the correct thing. Others will tell you their imaginary things. For example, they will tell you, you know what? Today, if you move from here and you go to Nyeri, I'm giving an example.
Yes.
I'm in Kiambu, and someone is talking about a place in Nyeri. In fact, it's going to take another 3 or 4 months before I get to Nyeri to go and see the place they are talking about. Mm-hmm. So they bring out imaginary journeys, and they will convince you, and you are like, oh, okay, by the way. Mm-hmm. Others will have statements that are very beautifying. They will bring out something. I'm not saying that marketing is bad, yes, but you can imagine they will market, and they will bring the statement to you. When it is so beautified, like they're putting some flowers in their words, and they're making this real, mm-hmm, and you are like, mm-hmm, I think this person is speaking the truth. Mm. There are some other liars who are even smarter, because they physically polish themselves. Mm-hmm. Yes. When we have conmen coming to us, yes, we have had conmen, in our lives, we have interacted with them. Yeah. They will make sure that they are very sharp, yes, in their dressing. Yes. So when you value them from there, you are like, by the way, what they are telling me is something that is close to who they are.
If they're asking for money, yes, and the way I've presented myself, yes, in a suit, and I'm telling you, I need 100,000 Kenya shillings from you, definitely you will say, yeah.
Yeah, this
one is going to pay back.
Yes.
To pay the money.
Yes, yes.
So
yes,
when he's asking, mm-hmm, me that, or she's asking me this, mm-hmm, she's going to pay.
Mm-hmm. 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 You can also identify a liar. But the statement, remember at the beginning I talked about a statement that can be contradicting. There are others who will have a statement that is polished in this way. They have memorized the statement that they can repeat it again and again, like the way we did poetry and how we did the memory verses.
Yes.
So that when they come to Jane, they will use the same statement. When they go to Jennifer,
Yes.
they will use the same statement. And you see, even when you tell them to repeat it,
They will.
they will repeat it the same way they did it the first time. And you'll be convinced, I think this person is telling the truth. Yes, yes.
I'm just remembering that especially now our mobile phones,
Yes.
there are many times that somebody will be on Kiabu Road, for example, and you're in a public means, and then somebody is asking you, where are you? Then you say, I am at bypass. And then people around you in that public vehicle, they are like, is this place bypass or is it Muthaiga, for example?
yes, yes.
Yeah, so I think that is also another very common lying, type of lying. We'll
Yeah.
get to that,
Okay.
before. After this.
Yes.
But I'm seeing your line that you're taking.
Yes.
Kindly go on.
You know, as you say that before, I add something in characteristics.
Yes.
When you have said that, I remember one time I was in a matatu and someone was asked, uko happy? And he said, I'm in Mombasa. In fact, the whole matatu, and it was a bus, we all turned and looked at this person, and we are like, everybody in there, you could see the faces, you are lying. Yes. So you can now see what you're bringing out is sometimes we would say statements so that we can guard ourselves. Sometimes we don't want to hurt the other person, and it comes out in a way that I'm comfortable with the statement that I'm bringing. But then I also need to ask myself as I make that, if I'm caught,
Yes.
how am I going to bring it out?
Yes.
But let me come back to the characteristics.
Yes.
These people, most of them have very high IQ because they need to strategize, they need to formulate, they need to, because depending on what lie. Because if I'm trying to con someone some money, I'm a liar, I have to bring statements that are very concrete in terms of the economical world. And they'll bring out, they go to books and read. They learn. They make sure that they have that language that is spoken in the economic world. So if I am bringing out a relationship lie,
Yes.
I need to know, what is this that I need to tell this person? What do they want to hear? Yeah, so most of the times you hear people who are telling you, they are like, okay, not all of them, but most of them, they will tell you what you want to hear. So they have gone into to the literature that this is what I want to purpose, because this is a statement I want to bring out to Jane, who is a psychologist. So what I'll bring out to her, I will be making sure that I first know, what does this psychologist want to hear about me? So I will share what I am comfortable with and what is very appropriate for this certain time. So their minds are very sharp. They are able to grasp information very fast. Yes.
So that they can get what they are looking for.
Yes.
Because there must be a motivation behind this line.
Yes. Now, I want to add something that is also very interesting.
Yes.
When we talk about the characteristics, the physical person is what is going to make us see that exactly this person is doing something differently than maybe what we expect on them.
Yes.
So sometimes you find that they are cracking their knuckles. Yeah, sometimes it could be coming from anxiety, but then again, they crack their knuckles because they are like, is she going to believe what I am telling her? So they crack their knuckles as they give you a statement. They swallow hard because they are like, this statement is not real. I am not truthful. So I will swallow hard as I crack my knuckles, but I'll say it because I have decided I will say it. So, and even as they do that, sometimes you find that they are rubbing their nose, they're pinching their nose, and they are like, when I rub it, I think this is going to distract her from not just listening to me. She's also going to look at what I'm doing. And others will even rub their eyes, and others will turn to the right side, and then they look away. And this time when they are doing that, it's because they are thinking, what is the next statement I'm going to give? Because sometimes, when people are lying to us, they come with only one statement. But then when you question, they have to think
Yes.
which other statement is going to follow the one I'm saying.
Yes.
So they'll turn their eyes to the right
Yes.
so that they can think.
Yes.
And now you be like, this person is thinking. So on top of this statement that I questioned, another statement of a lie is coming in.
They are creating something,
Yes.
even as they turn to the right, the creative side.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Tuendelee.
Yeah, so at least when you have these tips now, you're able to know that when I am interacting with someone, I'll be keen. Because someone feels so cheated when someone lies to them. And then later they come to discover. And you feel so bad. You're like, they wasted my time.
Yeah.
They wasted my energy. They wasted my trust, because you'll never trust them again.
True.
You'll always be like, if they did it once, they can do it again and again and again.
True.
Yes.
Wow. Then, Jennifer,
Yes.
we can go to, are there types of liars in our communities? But before you say that, I would like to just say one thing that I'm remembering, that it's not everyone who lies, but probably there is one time or other you lie. So even as we explain these characteristics, you might have said, but I rubbed my nose, I did like this, and yes, I was lying because you are going to catch yourself. But at the same time, not that you can be labeled or framed as really a liar, but at that particular point, you lied. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that one out. Yeah, so are there types of liars?
Yes, they are, and they are quite several, depending on, even when the people who are doing research, it depends on an individual. What is this they were looking for in the lying as they did their research?
Yes.
And there are quite a number, and we are going to touch on them
Yes.
so that we can really know what is this that we can look for. And even as we catch ourselves, because as you're saying,
Yes.
we are also finding ourselves at one time.
Yes.
And then you smile and you to yourself and you're like, I have lied. I don't know. Do I go seeking for repentance, or do I just stay with it and until my deathbed? Sometimes you find yourself there.
Yes.
And maybe I would today first start with one that is very common. And these are the sociopaths. These are people who are, we also call them the psychopath, not the psychopath, yes, the psychopath.
Yeah.
And you find that they are very common in our society. This is a person who is always there, and they bring out information that will suit the other person and the way they want to hear it. So they sit and strategize. And they come up with information in a way, it is well tailor-made for this situation. And let's talk about in a relationship.
Yes.
And what they do, you find that they want to woo someone into a relationship,
Yes.
maybe in terms of intimacy,
Yes.
or in terms of friendship.
Yes.
Because they know there's something that they can get from you.
There is a motivation.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So what they do is sit. For example, let's take a very good example of a boy who is 18 years and a girl who is 18, 17 years.
Yes.
And this boy wants to woo this girl, and he's like, I think I want to discover something in my teenage in sexuality.
Yes.
So I want to try it out with this girl. But because if I tell her, she will not, then I need to lie to her. So how? What is this that girls would want to hear from boys? So this person will bring information that is very appropriate. So this other person is just the way we take some maize and we throw to the chicken.
Yes.
And you want them to get into the trap so that you can pull it and you slaughter the chicken. So this boy will do that. So the person, the farmer who comes with the maize, now this is where the lie comes in.
Yes.
The boy sits. So I know chicken will eat the grains. So for the boy, if I tell this girl that I love her,
Yes.
I don't even love her, I don't even know what love is,
is.
but I will lie to her and tell her, I love you, and I'll be making sure that, girls need someone just to give them a hug. They need presence. So this man, now away even from the teenager, even in other ages, they'll be doing that. They'll be coming with presence. They'll be speaking the words that women want to hear until they get them into the trap. And at times, they will even ask you, what is this that you'd want me to do for you? When they are not sure
Ndio
of how.
nikuingize box.
Yes.
Lakini
So,
sikwambii na kuingiza box.
no. And then, when this person gets into the box, and now they give in, and they find later that the person has just moved away, they have emotionally abused them. Sometimes they even physically abuse them. And then they are like, I didn't know I would get myself to this. Because this person was very good to me. They exactly did what I really wanted done for me. Like we have the love languages. Someone would just want to know, what is the love language of this person? The apology language. What is the apology? Even when I make a mistake, and they will learn it. So that is why I'm saying they polish themselves in terms of information. And they will create a relationship, but by the end of the day, remember them, they have no attachment with you.
No.
They just wanted to use you. So what they do by the end of the day, after they have used you, they dump you. So you are left naked, you are left vulnerable, you are left hurt, you are left with a lot of mistrust, and you're looking back and wondering, how did I find myself here? How was I lied to? Maybe the lady now has 2 children or 3, and now she's like, at one time I never wanted to be a single parent, but now here I am. Someone lied. And you know what they do? When they are through with you, they will go to someone else. Remember now they have perfected their art. They go and lie to this other person. And they will make themselves who they are. One time a lady came to my office and she was telling me of how a man had tailor-made himself for an ideal husband. That he used to come home, he knew that she was a Christian. So can we pray? They started from there. He used to take her children. She's a single lady. Her children out, have the father and the children time, quality time. He used to make sure that he organizes trips for her and him. But by the end of the day, she never realized that she's the one who paid for the trips. Because the language that was used, the other, it was overshadowed by the beauty of everything. And when at the beginning, he sat her down and told her, I know you're a person who loves nature, so we'll be going for nature walks. And she was like, I got into it. So now here she was left with her 3 kids and another one on the way. And the guy left. And before she knew it, he was in a relationship with another expectant lady somewhere else. So she was so cheated on. So these people will juggle around relationships and social interactions. So these are the same people who will come. They create a friendship with you because they have a motivation that you have a car that they can be using when they want to go out. So they come in and they are very good to you. In fact, they are the people who will come by the way, because you're very busy. Yes. Give me your car and I'll take it to the car wash. You are like, this is the best friend that I can ever have.
This is the person I need.
This is the person I need in my... And they bring it back when it is very clean and they give you the keys. That is the first day and they go away. So any other time you feel that your car is not clean, they will be like, you'll be like, let me call them. They can take my car. So by the end of the day, now you become very good friends because they know they can use this car. While you are in the office working, your car is fueled, they are using it for their own benefits. So at the beginning, before you realize it, the car is broken down, or the car something is missing from the car, and you are like, no, this is not a person I should trust. But before you realize that, you'll have walked a journey. They have pushed you to a place that you're so comfortable with them. You are so trusting on them. So when you fall to the deepest pit. So most of the times they will make sure that the social circles around them, they are playing games from one place. And remember what I said about liars? Their IQ is very high. So they really know how to play these games. They know how to pick content and put it in their mind. So another person who could also be in the same as a psychopath is the person who knows that I want to live a soft life. And how do we live soft lives? Is having money.
Yes.
And because I am jobless, or maybe I never even went to school because I felt like school was too hard for me. Remember, most of the times the psychopaths are lazy. They never want to try something. They never want to make efforts. They never want to build anything. They want easy things. That is why you find that they are working out. They have shortcuts.
Yeah.
So this time, they want a soft life, but they have no money. They have no education. So what they first do is polish themselves. Physically, they will make sure that they wear the best shoe. They make sure that they go to for the best haircut. They are neat. Their language. They even sometimes even go ahead and even attend classes on public speaking and communication.
Auntie.
Yes. Thank you for that. Yes. So you when you find this person and you see how polished they are, and they come into your life and you are like, this is exactly this one package. I have everything here. I can fly with this. And in fact, we find ourselves doing that. So when they get into your life, they will suck. Just the way they convinced you at the beginning. They sit and strategize. It's like ni kama wanaenda kazi. Unaenda kazi for them, kazi yao ni ku strategize on how to perfect in lying.
And get the most out of me.
Yes. So now you can see, now when they do that and they are living with you, this is when you realize that, by the way, this guy he's not working. But every day in the morning he takes he wears a suit and leaves the house as I live. But what is this that I'm hearing people saying? So you find people are going even to an extra length of even trying to investigate them. And now the truth comes out. You are like, no, this cannot be happening to me. I think I was so stupid. I was, you start blaming yourself. But look at what had happened. They had polished themselves.
And you have been maintaining their very lifestyle.
Very well.
Yes.
Yes, and even not only theirs, even the significant others in their lives. This could be a person who even has a family elsewhere, or their parents. And their parents knows that they are pirates in this capital town,
yes.
but the parents are in the village.
Yes.
So they are like, our son has come, and today he has come with a nice car, a better one than he came with the last time. And then they are like, oh, I think our life is going on very well. So sometimes we might not be able, until something happens to bring us to the light. The sociopath, we might not identify them because they are very smart. And they make sure that all the small loopholes that are there, consciously, they feel them and make sure that. But then you can see sometimes they're even very controlling, because they are controlling the situations that are there just to make sure that it comes to my, who I am and what I exactly want.
Yes.
So sometimes even as they control you, they have a relationship with you, they'll be like, si unipeleke. In a very polite, by the way, they are very polite. That is why they're able to convince us. Because someone who is not lying might carelessly just use a statement and you're like, this statement. But that person who is lying to you will use a very polished statement. So you'll be like, I think what they're bringing in is something that is very motivating to make myself a committed person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I'm sure my viewer is also nodding the way I'm nodding because we are learning a lot. Tuendelee. Yes.
I would talk another type of a liar, who is a pathological liar.
Yes.
Yes. And a pathological liar, when I look at the word pathological, it talks about sickness.
Yes.
It talks about something that is against, is an odd thing.
Yeah.
Something that is not, it's not bringing out a straight person. I don't want to compare the two, but I want to look at this person that I need to be more keen on them, because they lie, and they are lying sometimes for no good reason. Pathological liars will lie at times for no good reason, because remember, as we are saying, they could be having an illness, and mostly mental illnesses. You find that sometimes when they lie, they're telling this lie to hide something. And the lying for them could be a presenting problem for an underlying problem. Wow, I don't know whether I'm bringing out something nice. Yeah, that this lie they are saying is a sickness, because they have another core sickness. It is a flower or a fruit of a tree that has roots that are also sick.
Yes.
For example, when we talk about childhood traumas, when you talk about pain that children go through when they are young,
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about the abuse. Let's talk about the physical abuse.
Yeah.
In schools, at home,
Yes.
a lot of pain is inflicted on our children.
Yes.
And we keep telling ourselves that we are disciplining them.
Mm-hmm.
So that pain that this child felt, and it brought out the trauma. And they kept it and never talked about it, and nobody addressed it anywhere. Or even the sexual abuse. And when they are older, and they are in another different stage. For example, they get to young adulthood, where they are able to build intimate relationships. And this person, remember, they are coming from a trauma of sexual abuse. Now, they will lie because they are young adults that I am not interested in the opposite sex. That is a lie. But they are, and they are wishing, I wish they can get someone who can who can be able to love me and love me the way I am. But the pain that is in me cannot let me be there. So this person, that trauma is the root, and it is the problem. The line they bring in adulthood is just the presenting problem, and they are the flowers of a tree that has sick roots.
Mm-hmm.
So they will bring out, like, that is where we call them the pathological liars.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they will lie, and they unconsciously, and sometimes they are conscious. So they end up getting to a place. I one time had a client who was telling me that at 60, I never got married, I never got a child, but I had trauma. Because when she was young, her grandmother burnt her with some hot ashes in her private parts. So anytime when she was older, now she was working, and she's a beautiful girl, and anybody who came to her, she is like, no. But she never, so anytime, but inside herself, she was like, I wish they know. I wish I would get someone to rescue me from where I am, so that I can get and enjoy what other people are enjoying in adulthood. So I think I've brought out who a pathological liar is with that example quite well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm seeing like there's also a part of defense mechanism
Yes,
in
yes.
terms of because of what you've gone through as childhood trauma. Okay.
That might not even happen in childhood, even in adolescence. And anytime we have trauma that we have not dealt with, sometimes it can make us be that liar. For example, let's talk about money. I remember one time a child told me that my mother told me that I'm the one who took her money. It was about 3,000 shillings. And they had a house girl who used to open the mother's bedroom during the day, pick the money and lock. But now the mother she didn't know where maybe the house girl did not know where the key was kept. But the house girl knew. So she only knew that her son is the only one who knows where the key to the key to the, yeah. And you see now, out of that, this person now, as in their adolescence, they kept telling me, I cannot tell my mother to buy me my underwears, because I keep imagining that I will tell her and she will tell me the statement she told me. Ile pesa unaibanga yangu, enda ujinunulie. You know, so she keeps telling her mother a lie that I am okay. The underwears you bought me last year, they are okay. I'm still wearing them. But now the underwears were in tatters. So that is why now this child was having low self-esteem in school, because of the lie they were saying, because of what they had experienced earlier in life. So can you see that the society could be a cause of the pathological lying we have in adulthood? Unconsciously. I'm not judging the society,
Yes.
but what we bring forth for the children as they grow up, even in terms of parenting, in terms of being at school, they can become liars later in life because of that. Yes, yes.
Wow. I can see. You have asked, can I see? I am seeing.
Yes,
I
yes,
am
yes,
seeing.
you are seeing.
And because of our time,
Yes.
our viewer will first stop this part 1 at this point. We are going to have a part 2, where we are coming to bring someone who has experience with a liar. a serious, serious liar. And Jennifer will come back on the third part, and together with my next guest, and we are going to look at now how can these liars be helped. With the next guest, we are going to look at what are some of the red flags that one needs to check out so that you can know somebody is actually lying even when you're living with them. And that will be our next episode. For now, thank you so much. God bless you.